Turn on your fans. It's time for Demarkus Thompson videos. Your Gas 51 says, so my hopes of getting a new Fasco Gulfstream are gone then. Well, not exactly, but now the thing with eBay is that basically there's a thing called a diamond in the rough. So basically it's a fan that's in perfect condition. You know, new in box, never been used, not beat up or destroyed or anything, and there's nothing wrong with it. And it works good straight out of the box without doing anything to it. But however, if you have a fan that you're looking for specifically, basically what you have to do is you have to just keep looking, steady keep looking. It could take you hours or months or years to find that one fan that you're looking for, but eventually you'll find it. And that's what I mean by a diamond in the rough, because on eBay there's a lot of fans that are used. There's a lot of them that's also used for parts, and there's some fans that are really not any good, but the sellers will try and charge a whole bunch of money for it. But what you have to do is you steady have to keep looking, and eventually you'll find that one fan. It doesn't matter whether it's an older fan or a newer fan. There's going to be that one fan out of the rest of them that's going to be in perfect condition, mint condition. And that's what I call a diamond in the rough. Now, I found several fans from eBay that was actually in mint condition, and they were also diamond in the roughs. And there's also some fans that I got from eBay that were not exactly in the best condition. But you have to be careful of the previous owners of the fan, because sometimes they'll put in the description that the fan runs without no problems. But when you get the fan won't run, like it won't do anything. The only thing that'll work is the lights. And sometimes the sellers will lie, and they'll say that the fan doesn't work, but then next thing you know, when you get it, it runs. And sometimes they'll say that the fan comes with everything, even though when you get the fan, it won't. And sometimes they'll go and charge a whole bunch of money for a fan that's not even worth it. Like, for example, it could be a Hampton Bay Hugger fan, and they'll go and charge like $300 for the fan, even though it's really not worth it. And the fan is really worth more like $50 or $60. Like, it's just not worth that kind of money. And sometimes they'll misname the fans. Like, for example, it could be a Hampton Bay Huntington 3, and in the title and the description, they'll say that it's a Harbor Breeze Triton, when in reality, it's a Huntington 3. And there will also be some fans on there that will say that it's an open box. Now, those you definitely have to be careful with, because sometimes the boxes could be a little messed up, especially if it's the original box. And sometimes they don't tell you that in the description. And that's another thing you have to be careful about with eBay and the sellers. You know, sometimes you have to really read the description, because sometimes they'll tell you, because sometimes they won't tell you whether the fan runs or not. Or they'll tell you, or they won't tell you that, hey, you know, the fan is missing blade screws, or it's missing a globe, or is missing the pull chain fobs. Like, they're not going to tell you none of that. Now, sometimes they'll have proof that the fan works by them having a video of it. But most of the time, they won't have videos, and you're not going to know whether the fan runs or not until you get the fan. And sometimes, depending on how your fan comes, whether it comes regular mail, UPS, or FedEx, you know, nowadays, they really don't care about shipping the fan with care. They really don't care nowadays, and sometimes you'll get the fan and it'll just be all damaged, and the damage will definitely be something that wasn't shown before. So if you don't want to miss a new video on my channel, remember to ring that bell.